what is already weak. For foreign doctrine, this is See on the market in the filthiest thing. And then they call I'm on the sons of Adam. And all my color pigmentation. I'm deep money and these are swindler. Why them love the swine put me no simpler. Thinking about the psychological thing. Implication is only the filthy redeem.
All right. We give thanks and praises unto the Most High, Ra. And we give thanks to the element carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. We give thanks to the atoms. And we give thanks to the protons, the electrons, and the neutrons. And we give thanks to creation itself, to all the forces, the primeval forces within creation, and the names that they call it, it doesn't matter. It is all labels. You could call this supreme intelligence Yah, Ra, Allah, Buddha, Ma'u Sogbolisa, Onyame, Atana Nyumo, Oduduwa, Olodumare, Amadioha, no more. These are all labels. Language was created to hide vibrations and frequencies. Language was created, was designed to hide vibration and frequency. No human being speaks in a primeval. No human being speaks. People has to teach you. If you give birth to a child and you place the child in the bush away from humans, or put a child at the coastal, wherever, where there is no humans there, and the child happens to survive by nature and grows, that child will not speak any of the human language. Whether the child's parents are Yoruba, or whether they are Gan, or whether they are Igbo, or whether they are Bantu, that child will never speak none of the so-called mother tongue. There's no such thing. All nature knows is vibration, frequency, sound, and light. Language like English was designed to bring all people together, to have one common, communication and expression. It is just full of codes. It was designed by our own ancestors, by the Berbers. Anywhere we go, we design language. We went to Spain, we designed language. We ruled Spain 700 years. Everywhere we design language. Yes. And so therefore, I don't deal with superiority of languages and yes, our own, the tree is this, our own is that, ever is the one, this is the one. No, sir. There is no such thing, because creation is not partial. Creation is not partial. You know, the creation is not on one side. The creation loves everybody. It's like saying that the antelope is so special than the lion, and the lion is so special than the elephant. No. Each and every one is unique on their own way. I give thanks for the sultans, for those who are holding up, and for those who are continually on this, path. This path which is lonely. This path which is lonely, because trust me, if you are on this path that I am on, you are lonely, even amongst conscious community, especially among black conscious community. You know what I mean? If you are following me, meaning you are going to have a lot of enemies from nowhere, but from the conscious communities. The conscious so-called folks. That's where you're going to have problem. So you have to be prepared. Because for 23 years, I have been on this path, lonely, on this lonely path. And I have been fighting, not anybody, anywhere, but my own people. Not with guns, not anything. I fight them with love frequency. If it is not love frequency, like by this time, me dead and gone. Like Congo Watu is not relevant by now. Like me dead and gone. 23 years of preaching and teaching on the street for social media. Carrying food on top of my head. Selling at stadium and teaching whilst people are watching football. 1999, when House of Oak and Asante Kotoko was playing, and so many things. You see me, people are mocking me, people are laughing at me, and they even gave me name, Aital. Aital Kebab, Aital. I have gone through every stages. I never give up. And now here we are. Saving lives. Just within twinkle of an eye. Another soul is being saved. Every day in my inbox, another soul is being saved. Just within twinkle of an eye. They don't understand how. Instantly. How. Right now. Just, within 3-4 glasses, within 3 hours, a stroke person is being revived right away. You see, I'll urge everybody to go read these books. The Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ. Very conscious folks, they wake up. Anytime they hear Jesus, them verse. But Everything is code. So if you see Jesus somewhere and it sounds European and you have a problem with it, skip it and put what you want to put there. If you think you are conscious enough. Nobody will tell you what Jesus means anytime you see Jesus in the Bible. So if you are a working person, an enlightened person, whose right brain is working properly, who has ascended Heteru, who has ascended Ashasiefi to go and sit and join the husband. I can use so many names. Who has ascended Parvati to go and meet Lord Shiva. Should I go on? Who has ascended Mary Magdalene to go and meet Jesus? Should I go on? Who has ascended Nana Aisha to go and meet Muhammad, the water from the northern waters? All this, our people don't get it. We force and we fight about who is who is who. No, this one is not in the Bible. This one is inside. No, this one is not our own. No, this one was written by the devil. No, this one is slavery book. No, this one, my God, it is the same story everywhere. Even in the Ifako books, there are so many stories where animals are speaking. But you and I know that animals don't speak. Our ancestors, they have to use animals. Ghana here, we use Anansi. In Tekuma, Anansi has 2 wives. Anansi, in Tekuma, this and that. We use those things. It is every culture, everywhere. If you go to the Hawaiian culture, you will see the elders have all these animal stories. If you have watched the movie Apocalypto, you know, where the elder was sitting down and just teaching them by the fireside. The elder was using all these terms, the jaguar and all that. It is all normal in our cultures to use symbolisms, animals and stuff like that. One day I went to Afa. Now, before I go to Afa side the story, let me give you another example of someone who has ascended. Another one that yesterday I saw conscious folks, they are arguing who is Jew, who is this one is this one is Falashas, this one is this. Look at what is happening. And they are arguing about it. And most of them, they come and watch my videos too. And they watch my videos and they don't learn up to now. God damn it. You've been watching my videos, Congo Watu, and you don't learn esoteric knowledge. Up to now, you are arguing about Queen of Sheba and King Solomon. King Solomon is not a human being that existed. Queen of Sheba never existed. God damn it. Queen of the South. It is the water which is beneath you. Your toes. The water is there. Beneath you. Your kundalini. That is Pisces. Your legs, your foot represent Pisces. The ocean. And so the queen of that south, which is the queen of Sheba or Seba from the south, has to travel and go and meet Sol on the triple sun. The pineal gland, the right brain, the left brain, the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the colostrum. There are so many terms that we can use scientifically. I don't want to go deep into that. All right? King Solomon was never a human being who came and married 1,000 wives. God damn it! My people didn't get this memo. If you don't learn esoteric knowledge, the Bible will look stupid to you. The same conscious people now who says Bible is nonsense, we get it. The same people are now doing arguments based on the Bible, saying who is a Jew and who is not. Where did you hear the word Jew before you start to argue now? Same people who say it is nonsense are mentioning, yeah man, Jah leave man. Yes, Jah, yeah, Jah. Where did you hear Jah? Is it not that same book? We got to be serious if we want to empower people, if we want to change lives, if we want Christians, Muslims, and everybody to come to our light and to, learn. We have to learn ourselves. Instead of mocking, instead of arguing, we should learn esoteric. This is what I've been teaching for the past 13 years when Facebook came. Esoteric knowledge. For the past 13 years. We are in Aquarian. We are ushering to Aquarian. We are in Pisces now. It is left for us 135 to 40 years to usher fully into Aquarian. And people are still in the age of Taurus. People are still arguing. They are in the age of Taurus. Practicing age of Taurus spirituality. And there is no results coming. We should stop the hypocrisy. No results are coming. Before anybody will come to me for help, they have been everywhere. You don't have to be everywhere. If your God, so-called God, is powerful, you don't have to be everywhere. Anything that you think that you worship, that thing must be able to solve your problem. Be financial, be health-wise, mentally, physically. It's supposed to solve your problem for you. But here is the case. People are worshiping things. They are physically sick. They are on pills. Financially, they are rich because they are duping people and robbing people. They are robbing their clients, playing on their minds, putting fear in them, and it makes them to bring more money. That makes them rich. Not that they are rich, by divine grace. They are rich by duping and lies. This is the works of the Pharisees. I have been to every shrine that has gotten name in Ghana. Traveled Togo, northern Togo, Sokode, entering into waters, slept in cemeteries, done magic, everything that I could command. I could go to your house and use my hand to hit your milk, your tin milk, and it will turn into blood. And then I'll put fear in you that somebody is after you. Once I say that, you're going to bring me all your money. I have done all these rituals. I have done all these initiations. But I chose not to do them, to use it as my way, and I put them aside. Because that is not the mission. Magic does not solve problem. Swallowing nails will not save Africa. Swallowing nails and chewing blade will not save nobody. Coming to the public, Derba, and doing entertainment. That is entertainment. It was done long time in the age, what's the name? The medieval times and long time ago. People had entertainment, different types of entertainment. like the days of the gladiators, the days of the Olympics, Olympia, where the Greeks, they meet. You see different kinds of magicians, different. Everybody come to display their talent. That is what we call talent. Talent is not intelligence. That's magic. Magico. Mag. Everybody. That's why people are eating Maggi now. They turn everybody into magicians. From you eat Maggi or Maggie, you are a magician. Your life is ruined. Every acrobatic knows how to perform magic. They go learn it. Every acrobatic knows. May his spirit rise. Our blessed brother called Mystic. Yeah? Mystic. I've forgotten his name. You know him. He traveled everywhere. Long time ago. We're talking about someone, a Ghanaian, who went international with acrobatics and magic. He passed, I think, 2 years ago. He spoke with me. I remember. And I gave him to go on Raw, but he couldn't, you know. Sometimes when you reach into your 60s, it's very hard for you to follow the truth. He couldn't. The next time I heard, he's gone. He was having a liver problem. Anyways, so it is our duty to know, to learn these things, so that we will break things down to people. Okay? They are lost. They don't know themselves. And you, that's supposed to be an initiate of flame, so that you can break things down to these ignorant people. You also don't know yourself. You are now arguing about who is King Solomon and Queen of Sheba, because they lied to you. The Italians lied to you and created a dynasty. They created a dynasty in Ethiopia. An Orthodox. They created all this thing in Ethiopia. And they call it Orthodox, whatever they call it. And Rastas are falling into this madness. If you want real Ethiopians and you want to know the history and the original culture of Ethiopians, go to the Oromo people. Go to the Oromo people and go and ask them, Oromo people, their concept of creation. They will tell you. Oromo people, they are the original. They were there a long time ago. Not the mix-up Italian mix-up people that you see. The people that you see right now in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa, that are working there with light skin and that hair that you see, these are mix-up people. It's long time mix-up that took place. And they have to create, they wanted Ethiopia to be a second Rome. That didn't go down well. They wanted Ethiopia to be a second Rome, because it is in a very right place. Nice weather, everything. They wanted to be a second Rome. That's why they created all these so-called biblical vibes. And then they gave it to the people and they bought it. I don't want to go into that. Another time I will come and I will talk about all these things. And it's going to affect everybody who is shallow-minded. So one day I went to Afa. I remember, I'll come back to the story. And then I was doing reading for someone. And then the priest, Togbi, says, when he threw the Agumaga is the same as Opele for those who are familiar with Ifa readings. The chain that they throw in Eva or in Afa is called Agumaga, but in Yoruba it's called Opele. So when he threw the Agumaga, then the Odu that came, or the Poli that came, he has to tell the story within. And the story goes like, you know, there is a tree, and that tree, if the tree keep on growing and then the goat will come and eat the tree. The goat keep on eating the leaves, so the tree is not able to grow. Because that tree must grow taller, but the goat keep on eating the tree. This is the story. I will not go deep into the story, but in short, the wisdom of the esoteric wisdom of all this story is that the man that I went to do the reading for, he's a short he's a short man, not a short, very very short man. Yeah, but this is the case. The wife, this man is supposed to be, yes, a wealthy man, because he was related to this tree as Iroko tree. But anytime the tree is growing, then the goat comes to eat it. The goat is the wife. And true, the man that I went to do the reading for, him and the wife is like enemies. They don't see eye to eye. He took the wife to the government at that time to see the president, the former president. And out of that, this wife started to be flirting with the big men. And the wife got money, and the wife turned her back against the husband. To the extent made this man very poor. To the extent this man life became hell, that he has to come and stay with me. I was at that time Akosombo. I was living in I rented a place, a big yard, about 5 rooms. That's where I was doing my herbal healing. This is 2008, way back. And I was there. So he even came to stay with me. And I did so many things for him, some baths and stuff, and all that thing, and dieting and everything, putting him through the, psyching him that everything will be okay. Because it's not easy for somebody that is gotten houses, banks, this, that, all of a sudden is gone to zero. Yeah, Brother Seth, I remember. I helped him. Later, he is the one who took me to Benin. He took me to Benin, to go and meet the director of the Benin Broadcasting. I've done so many things. He even took me to the Benin University, to meet the botanical side, where they study the plants and stuff like that. I think I have even that picture on Facebook where I'm wearing a black jalabia, in front of the university. Anyways, so the story says that the wife don't want him to rise. So anytime the goat, which is the wife, comes to eat the plants, because if he becomes a big tree, Afa says everybody will come and sit under him, and they will get shade. What does a tree do? A tree gets shade, and everybody will come and sit under the tree, and they will get nice fresh oxygen. But the wife is preventing this to happen. And so Afa has to tell this man to stop, solve the problem. That woman is not your match. So you have to stop with either you divorce and stuff like that, or you solve that problem and you rise. You find a way to kill the goat. So this is where sometimes they will tell you to bring a goat. You understand? So that they kill the goat. They kill the goat, and to solve the problem. But we will not go there. We will talk about all those things, the sacrifices and their meanings. Alright? So all I'm saying is that today, I just want us to talk about food. What foods are made up of. Whatever you are eating, whether it's coming from the animal source or the plant source. Why is it that we are eating? What is it made up of? Why people get sick? Why people die just like that? Why some people are healthy and still strong and thriving? What is the secret? Beloved, here is it. Anything that you are eating, any food that you eat, example, like this avocado, okay? This avocado, this is 3D. This avocado is 3D, okay? It was printed by the tree. I'm taking you deeper now. It might take some time, probably 5 years for you to catch this. Some people will catch this frequency right now. Some people will not catch it. You and I, we are digital. We were printed out by our mother. Through the food. And then when you come, you can continue to print more, because you have also gotten the machines within you that you can print more things. And so the trees, they use light, they use carbon dioxide, nitrogen, different elements. Different elements, different light, different synthesizes to print out this. So the avocado tree use the same formula to print the avocado. The pawpaw tree use the same formula to print out the banana. The ladyfinger banana use the same formula. Now, I'm trying to make it very, very simple. So I'm trying to bring out some, simple things, because, our teachers who taught us in school, in school, my daughter will say school, in school, our teachers, they didn't do well. That is why our intelligence seems to not to catch things. We just went to go and pass our exams and go away. All these things that I'm teaching, when I was in school, I didn't even understand and overstand and understand, because we didn't have good teachers. There's no good teachers in any of our schools. No good teacher. Just go, read, memorize, pass your exam, and go away. And so when you finish school, you don't even need those things. You don't need, because you might be working and, somebody will see you and put you into some company, and you will forget about all that thing that you even learned. But when I took upon this mission and I answered to the call, I said to myself, I'm going to make it very simple as ABC to everybody, even to the layman, to the illiterate. Very simple. When I speak one and you don't catch it, you have a problem. You have a problem. I have to put you into some fasting. You need to feed your brain with some DHA. You need to feed the brain before you can catch me. And I can see so many of the youth, their brain properly not formed because of, what took place within the womb. They are fall short of the glory. Into omutiewu. In our can, we say omutiewu, their head die. No matter what you tell them, they will still come and ask you questions again. Questions upon questions. Whatever that you are eating, it has to go and give you the electron. I told you that I want to move you from the from the nutritional. Nutritional is not even what we think it is. I want to move you from the food, from that food, the solid digestion and stuff and protein, carbohydrate. Yes, I want to move you from the macronutrients. That's the word I'm looking for. I want to move you from the macronutrient. That is the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, these things that we've been taught, this is what we call the macronutrient. I want to move you from there and send you all the way to the atomic nutrient, to the elements, to the energetic system, to the electrical system. That is where I want to take all of us. Because once we go there, everybody will understand. And nobody is going to worry about deficiency, about this, about that. Everybody will catch the whole vibes. Because nobody can meet that macronutrient. Nobody can meet that macronutrient. You need to be seriously rich in order for you to meet that macronutrient. And you have to measure everything. So there are some people, when you go online, YouTube, we have these freaks, food gurus, who are having scale in measuring everything. 9 grams of protein, you need 9 grams of this, and 9 grams of that, and this fat, this, they measure everything. They are freaks. They are not free in their mind. Whatever that they are eating, they are measuring. 2,000 calories. Yes, it's inside this and that, this and that. My God. And so they are not happy. The next day they'll come and do a video and you see so many things happening on their faces, and then they will be talking about it. And then I lost my this and that, and I think I'm having an emotional breakdown. A whole lot coming from the vegan community, plenty, and coming from the carnivore community, plenty. Upon all the foods that they are eating, they are still not satisfied. From all the communities, they are not satisfied. They are not fulfilled. Because they are tackling the whole life from the macronutrient level. But that is not so. You need to study the whole thing. This body is layers. So you need to study the physical. You need to study the emotional body. You need to study the etheric body. You need to study the soul body. Or you need to study the celestial and then the terrestrial. If you don't want to go deeper, just study the celestial, which are the cells, and then the terrestrial. The terrestrial is the macronutrient. What is, for the body and stuff like that. You can study about those things. But we all know that everybody who buys television in this age, everybody wants to make sure that they get digital. Why? Because the digital, you have to have a satellite, a dish, a satellite dish. A satellite dish, the dish is round. That is like a cell, which will capture a whole lot of what? Information, frequencies, or channels in the atmosphere. So you don't need analog again. Who uses analog these days? Everybody is using digital. The digital is the same as us. We have to be digital. We were digital in the beginning. And so we're going back to digital. And that is why I'm teaching you how you can be a powerful source of an antenna. People think antenna means your hair. Locks. Yeah, you have antenna. Ancient Egyptians, most of them, the priests, they were even bald. If you are bald, you are bald. If you want to natty, you natty. It doesn't matter. The real antenna is within. So, Peter Tosh said, your locks can be long, but you are 1,000 miles away from Rastafari. Peter Tosh said that. Wisdom does not come from your hair. That is your uniform. You want to be like that. Like Congo Watu always want to cover. That is how I want to dress. But this does not make Congo Watu anything. This is what Congo Watu like to wear. I've been wearing this. I'm used to this. Been wearing this since 1998. I'm used to this way of dressing. So if you give me jeans, I will use it for the farm. If you go and buy the most expensive jeans for me, I will wear to the farm. And I'll wear this. And I have done that. And no disrespect. Somebody want to wear jeans also. That's what the person want to wear. It doesn't matter. What matters is the information. The information. Somebody can have a television 20 inches, but they have a very good satellite dish that is catching so many channels, over 200 channels. Somebody can have a very big 50 inches screen, but they don't even have a satellite dish yet. You get me? So it is what is inside. The frequencies, the things you are catching, that matters. Stay with me. Whatever you are eating, you are printing it right away. Right away. And it's not like you are printing it for tomorrow. Right away. Right away. If I eat this, I'm going to print the information right away. My DNA is going to read the information and it's going to print it out. And you see it. The printout, it will manifest in me, in my skin, in my energy. You can never plant a tree, an orange tree, and try to feed a tree. I'm trying to use something simple, like, go and put plastics under the tree that you are feeding the tree with plastics. It will not grow. The tree does not need that. The tree needs sunlight, it needs water, and it needs carbon dioxide. So you put this tree, avocado tree, inside your room, and you don't even have no light, no sunlight coming inside, and you are feeding it different things. Do you know what is going to print out? It's going to print out sickness. And this is what is happening. People are printing every day garbage. Garbage. Because the DNA, the storage, the data cannot read the kind of information that we are giving it. So it can never read. The DNA have to take extra glasses, and be squeezing to read. This is what happens to cook food. Anytime you eat a cooked food, you make it very difficult. Anytime you eat cooked food, which is dead by the fire of destruction, it makes it very difficult for the DNA to read, because the DNA must read the food that you are giving it to and use it to print out your body, your eyes, your organs, and everything. Cooked food is dead food. You can enjoy it once. Treat it like a birthday cake. You don't eat birthday cake every day. Cooked food must be treated like that, like a birthday cake. Once in a while. It is dead. The enzymes, they cannot survive above 170 degrees Fahrenheit. They can't survive. They are dead. The molecular structure is changed, so the DNA cannot read. Example, you are giving a Chinese person an Arabic book to read. It's like eating cooked food. It cannot read. So the food, you will not benefit from the food. That's why people are eating, they are not benefiting from the food. You are a vegan, you'll be eating cooked dead food. Vegan dead food. You are not going to benefit from that. The person who eats the raw vegan will benefit from the person who eats the cooked vegan food. You are a carnivore, you eat cooked animals, you are not going to benefit than the person who eats raw animal, raw meat. Never see a lion with stove or cooking utensils yet. That's it. You can indulge once in a while if you want to be on that path. There is nothing gonna happen to you. It is your creation. It is your world. You want to do what you want to do. But the truth is that anything that is cooked will kill you. In the Aquarian book or Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ, everything is being laid out. How he healed people. The story is there. It's there in Ifa. It's there everywhere. They have different names for it. For that same, figure. He learned about light, sound, colors, how to heal with all those things. He learned about everything. And if you read the Essene Gospel, the Essene Gospel of Peace, book 1, book 2, book 3, and book 4, that one is too much. Even that one is too much information. If you go and read it, then you will understand Kongo Watu well. You will check from the whole teachers that who is applying what is written in that book exactly. When I was talking about raw milk, I have not even read that book. When I was talking about use raw milk, and fruits and this and that, I have never read that book until I read that book and I realized that the figure, the personality that they use, the character, Jesus was using, or Yeshua, or whatever you want to call him, was telling people to use milk. And he told the people to put the milk on the sun. So the angel of light will penetrate into the milk. He always uses the word angel of light, angel of air, angel of earth, angel of water. He uses those terms to penetrate the light. And then the people should go and drink it. And people come, he does it for them at the retreats. He has a retreat center. What today they call it a prayer camp. It is not a prayer camp. He doesn't pray with nobody. It's not a camp that you come in to shout. He deals with responsibility. He uses words like Satan to replace thousands. Satan and his company, Beelzebub, will get rid out of your body if you eat raw food. Satan and his company will be out of your body. These are the terms that he uses. And people didn't get the memo. And they have made Satan as some spirit being who is sitting somewhere with a horn and with a pitchfork and a red tail, and red or dark skin. And everybody is looking for this man here to kill him, whip him. Meanwhile, Satan is thousands. Satan is plagues, sicknesses, sorrow. From the emotional level, physical level, to the etheric level, mental level. If you are not free, you have been stolen by Satan. He comes to steal, to destroy, and to kill. So people are looking for Satan somewhere who is coming to kill and this. You are eating rubbish. You are already Satan agent. Satan company, they my snipers. Satan company, they my snipers. They all sing about these songs, beautiful songs. They couldn't break it down for the people. Everybody is singing good songs. They make it literal for people. And at the end of the day, the person who is singing the songs himself, he couldn't even survive simple sicknesses. Because everybody is seeing outside. What people are seeing outside, I am seeing it inside. This is what makes me different. A babalao, baba awo, a father, of the divinity, or a father of mystery, a father of secret. You can name it anyway. I am that Baba Awo. The only Baba Awo who is esoteric. who is solving problem through the sacrifice of the body. Jesus deals with responsibility. Jesus deals with responsibility. Nobody comes and hits his hand like they are doing it in the church. He does not go that way. He doesn't do such thing. You see, they created all these things in the church so that people will be lazy. Divine healing, so-called. Fire! Whoa, fall down! And then people will fall down. They say miracle. That is nonsense. He didn't do such thing. He was giving raw food to people, showing them nutrition. Go eat this for 7 days, and you will see Satan and his company will leave your body. And once they go and it happens, then they go call more people to come. More people to come at that time to come and meet this man here. Every true Messiah who has been sent in the Aquarian age always talks like this. If a teacher is not a Messiah, he is not the one to represent the Aquarian age, he cannot talk like this. He will be saying things differently. Don't get me wrong. Those things he will be saying, they are half truth. They will help you some way. That is philosophy. And then that is 99%. They are plenty. They have the 14 million viewers. Inspirational, motivational teachers. 14 million. They get tickets everywhere. They fly. They go to conferences and sit down with the elite. World conferences, because they have a lot of followers. They have been recognized. A true Messiah will never be recognized by nobody except those who have ears and eyes. A true Messiah will have problem with his government, will have problem with his own people. His own people. All is written down already. His own people. Because he's coming to take food from their mouth. The traditions of men. The things that they've been doing for the past 7,000 years. He is coming to tell them that they could do better. And this will give that person a problem. But guess what? He has no fear. He has no fear, no one single fear. He sleeps outside anytime he wants. And he wakes up and he goes his own way. The so-called traditionalists, they cannot even sleep outside for the fear. Common breeze, they are afraid of it. They sleep, they cannot even open their window. They will tell you a spirit will come at night through the window. They call it munkum. It will come and capture them. They live in fear, total fear. The Messiah, he has no house. He's even building. And he's building for people to come and sleep inside in the future. But nobody even supports him. He's trying to build so that people will go and sleep. Look at where I am. I am building. And I am in Accra. If you should see where I'm sleeping, you should come. I was one day opening my room. Some of my students, they've come into this. You should come and see. This is like a 12 by 13 room. It's not even 12. It is like 10 by 10 room. This is where I am. Like a bigger kiosk. Kind of kiosk. But I have a complete roofed everything. 3-bedroom. And I'm here. I have a caretaker who is living inside with his family. Yesterday, I sleep at the beach. Just that it's been a week now. Because of my mother, I was at the village. But I slept there for straight 5 days. I've been at the beach. They cannot sleep outside because they are afraid that somebody will juju them. They are afraid somebody will come and cut off their head. The madman is never afraid. The madman is never afraid. Because he has a kingdom which is not from here. I'm not afraid. If today they come and say, Congo Watu, we hear that you are telling people to eat salt, this and that. I'll be very happy. I'm waiting for them. We have to go and set up a committee, go and meet the doctors, and then you talk about it, you debate. Yes, I'm ready. Because no one person has died, but rather everybody is living. Whoever has tested it. A sister that I told you that she was having stroke and got recovered. Okay? For a week now, I've not heard about her. And I'm not saying something to tarnish her image. I know how humans operate, especially when they are coming from the religious background. Christianity can mess up your brain. Because when I use the terms, your mother, like, do not forget your mother. You know what I mean? People don't get it. When I'm talking about the sea as your mother and stuff like that. Oh, they want to be healthy, but they don't want to hear those things. Because where they're coming from, the church did not teach such thing. So, you know, they see you like, oh, yeah, you're a great man, you're a great healer. But those things, they don't agree with you. So this sister, when she used the salt water and got healed that same night from stroke, from minor stroke, because she couldn't hold even a spoon, that means you have a minor stroke. And she'd been sick from January. Because of that, she could not go to school. Because of that. And someone has given you a formula that has made you, sorry, I have connected this phone to another phone as hotspot, and someone is calling me. That's why there's a breakup. Anyway, and someone has given you a formula that has reversed your sickness in just 4 hours, 4 glasses, because each hour 1 glass, just 4 hours. Who should you respect? The person or your pastor? You should not. You should even come and worship that man, but that man does not even deserve your worship. He's your brother. He forbids anybody to worship him, even though there are people outside that have my pictures on top of their altar that I even don't like that. You should respect that man. I even told her, do not forget about your mother. Do not forget about this. I won't forget. Hey, what this thing has done for me, I will not forget. She forgot. She stopped doing. And guess what? Yesterday, 2 days ago, yes, her sickness came. She was not feeling well. And she told me that she just did the salt and she got better. That same night. People ask me all the time, Congo, so for how long am I going to be on this? God damn it! For how long are you going to love your mother? If you ask me that question. For how long? Is there a duration for loving yourself? Is there a duration for loving your mother? Do you love your mother 1 week? Or 2 weeks and give a break? Something that has helped you. Stroke that can put you on bed forever. That you will be wearing nappies, adult nappies, forever until the day you die. In shame, you poo-poo on yourself and urinate on yourself. And for something that has reversed just in the night. Is it not the greatest miracle? Someone having lupus and the salt is changing the skin, all the rashes is gone. Is it not the greatest miracle ever? But guess what? I know that person one day will stop using it and then the lupus will come again. And then she will remember again. Beloved, everything is blood. Everything is blood. If you want to solve your problem, you have to do blood sacrifice. Get me? I hope there are bloggers here who can pick this one and then make me go viral. That Congo were to say, if you want to survive, you want to thrive, you have to do blood sacrifice. They will use only this one. They will not wait for the explanation. Our blood has been dirty for so many years. And so we need to sacrifice our blood. We need to cleanse our blood. This is what we call atonement. To atone. It means at one ment or harmony. At one. Atone. At one ment with nature. Or in harmony. That is the meaning of atonement. We need to atone. And when we are doing atonement, what do we use? We use animals. But they are inside. And people didn't get it. All the animals are inside of us. Some people are behaving like goats. Some people are behaving like cows. Some people, their behaviors are like monkeys. Some people are behaving like dogs. Time for you to bring that dog to Ogun inside of you. Sacrifice that God within you. My people didn't get a memo and they went and bought a physical dog. Time for you to sacrifice the goat, the Capricorn behavior, negative aspect of you, and kill that goat. That Baphomet, my people didn't get it. And so they went to go and get a ram to go and give it to Eshu. Stiff naked. You are being ruled by Taros. Taros rule the neck. You are stubborn. Everything that you do does not go well. Time for you to sacrifice that bull. You are a bully. Sacrifice that bull within you. You do your fasting and you see how you become very sober. Very sober. You change. Nothing bothers you. Nothing bothers you. Your life will be fulfilled. You will be inside your room and you will still eat and you will make money. You will be surprised. You don't work hard, but you are going to work smart. Don't let them fool you that you need to work hard. You don't need hard work. You need to work smart. Smart. In the next 10 years to 20 years, nobody is going to do any menial job or what they call manual job. Nobody. If you are not intelligent enough to do something better ahead before the 10 years will come, your life will be miserable because AI is going to take over. Artificial intelligence is going to take over every job. Because what we are going to use 10 days to do, they will do it within a twinkle of an eye. So there's no need for humans again. And that is where people who are lame, those who don't want to develop, and those who have not done any form of savings or investment, they are going to wail and suffer. This is the AI system which is coming, because human beings must be free and enjoy life just like all the animals. Atonement. Because the blood is for the atonement. These are some of the things that are written in Leviticus 17:11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, for it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. It is the blood that maketh the atonement for the soul. The soul. So in Ezekiel somewhere it will tell you, the soul that sinneth shall die. Sin is to fall short, to be deficient. That's a mistake. You are a sinner. It doesn't mean you slept with 2 women. It doesn't mean you practice polygamy or you practice whatever gamy. That is your lifestyle. That's why you can see somebody, they are even gay, but they are healthy. They look so healthy than you that you say you are not a gay. I am not promoting gay, but I am telling you something. That you see somebody is practicing polygamy and looks healthy than somebody who is not practicing polygamy. And you see somebody who is practicing, monogamy is healthy than, that is how it is. It is between you. It is yourself. To be healthy, it is here. Your knowledge, it doesn't matter. That's why you can see so-called wicked person, but that person is living longer. Then they will say, the good die young. Who told you? Who told you the good die young? Those good who are dying young, they don't know themselves. They were just focusing on some, trying to be nice to people. That's what they were focusing on. The only good you can do is to do good to yourself. That's all. Do good to yourself. Then the rest, charity, almsgiving. That is normal. The wicked people, they are doing almsgiving and charity more than even so-called people who say they are righteous. Who does all these things? Giving out things than celebrities. Who does those things more than them? The people that we call that they are in a Freemason, they are worshipping Baphomet and stuff like that. The Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and the Rihanna's and all these people that we always want to find something, about them. They do good more than we, that we think that we don't even do those things that they do. They are looking healthy. They don't grow. Pharrell, all these musicians, you see, they don't grow. They are still the same. Those are the things that we should ask ourselves. They know all. Whatever that you do with yourself, you are just living in illusion. I don't care about that. It is your matter. I don't care. You can worship anything that you want to worship. I don't care. My problem is your physical, your mental body. Are you healthy? That is what I'm looking at. But I don't care if you wake up in the morning and you have a very big rock in front of your house and you want to give it some chickens and goats and stuff like that. I don't care. I'm not into that anymore. You want to do that. That's all. But make sure whatever that you are doing, it should make you healthy. That's all. If the blood were chemically perfect, the highly differentiated and attenuated nerve and glandular fluids which constitute the soul will also be perfect. It is only when the blood is chemically perfect that the full quota of spirit, otherwise God power, can enter the body. for like attracts likes. This is what we call homeopathy. Like attract likes. That's it. Spirit manifests imperfectly. Listen. Spirit manifests imperfectly when material is deficient. That's why you see people sometimes they go insane. Mad people on the street, they are talking to themselves and rare. Every mad person that you see, so-called insane, and those people that you see, there's problem with the material. There's problem with the body. The spirit is not manifesting properly inside the body. It is called soul integration. Your soul must integrate properly into the body, but their soul is not integrating properly into their body. Like those people who have seizures, seizures, or epilepsy, their soul, their spirit is not manifesting, integrating properly in their body. That is why anytime they go into crowd and then there's heat there, then their sickness comes and they have to fall down and, mucus coming out of their mouth. It's all the same thing. If that person's situation is not being solved and it gets worse and gets worse, guess what will happen to them? They get mental issues. They already have a mental issue and it's getting worse, and then it will send them to another realm where they can never work. Nobody will employ them. And you know what it means? When nobody employs you, that means that you feel bad about yourself, and it will harm your mental state more and more. You become autistic. Deficiency means disease, lack of ease, disharmony, imperfection. That's all. Let's not just, play around words. Oh, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. It doesn't mean that you go sleep with some young girl. Nature don't give a fuck about that. Perfection is about physical body, mental body, healthy. That's it. Your preference, someone told you that a girl must be 18 years in order for the girl to be called an adult. Someone told you that. Meanwhile, the person who told you that in his country, you go to Europe, Germany and stuff like that, 14-year-old girls are adults. They have boobs. You go to China, it's the same thing. So, your country is telling you that an adult is 18. Someone's country, it is 14. And so you will judge somebody who is having someone with her consent that he want to be with this man. You think that person is not righteous. You judge that person. In biology, when a woman has a period, the moment you have your period, you are biologically ready. That is why when women, they try to beat nature, but it's not happening. They're supposed to give birth and they try to beat nature and beat nature and beat nature, going to school too much and committing abortion here and there. And then the time they will say they are ready to give birth, they have complications, fibroids, ovarian cysts, different kinds of tumors. And then they start to blame the devil. I have such cases very often. They come here, young couples. I'm handling like 3 of that cases. Some of them, they have even given up. They have given up. They think it is easy. And these are 24, 25-year-old girls. and they are going through. This time, 23-year-old girl is having fibroid. And so if a 17-year-old girl meets somebody and the person is taking good care of, and some is reaching the parents, the mother is happy with the man, somebody will be sitting somewhere and be judging them. Oh, look at that small girl. The girl said, chop 18. It be small, it be 17. So, if I sit down and I wait for the next year and the girl chop 18, what's the difference? If I sit down and next year the girl chop 18, what's the difference? We have a problem. We have a problem. You understand? We will talk about that later. Thought corresponds to nature and condition of the brain cells, for they constitute our thought medicine, and the quality and value of that which brings forth depend entirely on its condition. Herein lies the explanation of all the troubles in the world: sin, crime, disease, death, unhappiness, insanity, fear, cowardice, lack of positivity, differences in opinion, and wars of nations and people. Each one of us represents a consensus of aggregate of vibrations, a sum total of those present in nature at the time we come into birth. Indeed, it is what makes birth possible. A certain rate of vibration is manifested at a particular time, and corresponding result is produced. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Sowing and reaping, reaping and sowing constitute the ongoing cycle of birth and death. If we were not responsible for the mind of life we live, we would not then be accountable for the form of death which we attract. Is it not then equally logical that a reincarnated ego must, because of the vibratory law of attraction, come to birth in an environment and into conditions which are decided by this same law? Otherwise, justice would not exist. Justice is conformity to divine law. It is the working out, the expression of administration of law, doing the right thing because it is best. Therefore, a perfect supply of the right chemical element means perfect cells, a perfect brain, a perfect thought, a perfect act, perfection, a God man, a God human. Truth is the water of life. May you drink deeply and begin to learn how to live in the Most High way. The Aquarian age requires 2,160 years to pass through, and is also called the age of the Son of Man. Humanity must begin to look upward, for it will be forced to buy this very vibration. The mind must begin to expand, and the animal man make a decided effort to purify himself of his animal nature and become really human. Then will humanity work with nature and not against her, and thus will the earth be made new, and there shall be a new heaven and a new earth. We are waiting for somebody to come and save us politically. Everybody is waiting for some leader from this party, from this party. You go to Nigeria, they are arguing about election. You come to Ghana, they are arguing. Everybody's arguing in America. It's about Republicans and Democrats. Ghana, NDC, MPP, Nigeria, Labour Party, APC, and all this rubbish to distract us from growing to know ourselves. You have to work on yourself. If all of us are vibing like this, do you think that the leaders are going to do what they are doing to us? No. 30 million, 38 million people are vibrating higher. What can you do to them? You have no choice. They are not going to support you. Nobody's going to vote you. Nobody will vote. When election comes, it's only them and their family will vote. How many people can overstand this? People will talk plenty. We will not vote again. We will not vote again. 4 years' time, they are going to stand because some man is coming to convince them that he is different. And they will forget about everything and they will go and vote. And so the same thing will happen. Mind you, nobody will come and reduce things. If somebody comes, he's going to continue from where the person stops. Nobody will come and say that I am going to bring fuel to the lowest price, lowest price as that of 1998. We are going to buy fuel like 1998 price or 2013 price. Nobody is going to do that. Nobody. They are going to continue. So it's about time that we work on ourselves. I've been using this term, work on yourselves. Be ye perfect in thought and everything. And they will fear you. They have nobody to rule. They are going to rule only their family. Time for you to plant your own fruit trees. If you have families who are fishermen, go invest your money in canoes. Your fathers were sailors. Learn how to be sailor. Invest your money in any way that your money will grow for you. Do something for yourself. Wake up and do something for yourselves. Rise up and do something for yourself. You could sell banana. You could be a tailor. Wake up and do something for yourselves. Once you do something for yourselves, you will see the bullshit. You will smell that shit. That is why the Jehovah's Witness, even though we think they are religious people, they said they will never vote. And they have never voted. But I am yet to see a poor Jehovah's Witness. Yet. I am yet to see. All my family, they are in Jehovah's Witness. I just chose not to go again. But I have never seen a poor Jehovah's Witness go to their building, their Bethel that they built at Nungwa. Go and see. I used to live there. Very fine. Long time ago. I'm talking about 90s. They have their rooms. They were using this special stove that picks the chimney. You know, like they have chimney that will pick the smoke. If you are cooking something that you think it is stink, your neighbor, you don't want your neighbor to smell, it will pick it up. Long time technology, they have it. Long time their television was catching digital. And that is why the former president was so much afraid of them. Rawlings was afraid of them. He has to ban them at a point in time. That time, I was inside Jehovah's Witness when they banned us. That they know we should not go to any meeting again. We were doing it in our hall, our living room. We don't clap. We make our hands like that. We don't clap. So that nobody will hear about us. Jehovah's Witness taught me how to be brave. My braveness, that I fear nobody and I respect everybody, but I fear nobody for saying the truth, is because of Jehovah's Witness. Because we have seen so much shit and so much urine being poured upon us. We go and teach people and they pour urine on us. And the next day we go to that same area again. So every religion and every path has something to teach you. Jehovah's Witness taught me not to be shy of anybody. That's why I'm able to speak and face cameras. And physically, I speak in front of crowds without smoking anything, without drinking anything, with my two bare eyes. Jehovah's Witness taught me that. No vote. Don't vote. One thing I like about them, but yet they did not teach the people also how to prevent such issues, is that you must never take nobody's blood. Just recently, I come to understand the whole thing. Yes, because if you are having the perfect element and perfect chemical within yourself, and your soul is getting the right nourishment, and your body becomes perfect, just as your father wants you to become and your mother wants you to become, you will not need anybody's blood. You are not going to be anemic for you to have somebody's blood. If you're a woman, you will never have no issue with blood after giving birth. For somebody blood, some insane person, you know what I mean, to give you their blood. Somebody just go, some bad character, you don't even know his character, because when they check and they see no STDs, they just go and donate their blood and sell their blood. They give them some Milo and they go. And then they sell it for you. Jehovah's Witness say, no sir, we now take it. We better die. But I'm saying, do not wait till you die. Build your blood. Build it so well that you don't end up like that. So I always bring solution. I bring solution to the things that people don't get it well. Half-truth is very dangerous. So I make sure I am coming to make it full, to fulfill the cup. The cup in all religions and all areas, all spiritual systems, all the cups are half filled. So I have come to fulfill it, to make it full, to fulfill. I did not come to pour those waters away, but to fulfill, so that the law will be perfect. But those who still want to feed on the ignorance of the masses, they will find problem with me and with my teachings. They will find problem with my teachings. People think sometimes I am just maybe deceiving people. How can I be so powerful? I must have something that I wake up and bow to. Yo, I've had sisters come and sleep here. And a sister just left here yesterday. I went to the beach with her. She left here yesterday. Taught her so many things. And this is her second time here. I don't do nothing. I have brothers who comes from mountains to come and sleep here. We wake up and we go to the beach. What do I do? Just like an animal, I am free. I take care of myself. This is the first temple. This building that I'm inside, that is making me to sweat so much. This nonsense. That shrine, people go and sit inside shrine and they are sweating, and the shrine, no window, people are sweating. There is no even oxygen in the shrines and people are suffering. People, you can see how people are sweating. I cannot make the video outside because I live in a rented place. There are tenants outside. This is why I love Kwewu. Those days I used to go to Kwewu where they do the paragliding. That's where I started my first video. And I go there, Ojunoma, and me alone, outside, fresh air, me and the spirits, me and the gases, me and the energies. And I feel so good. The fire blazing, the weather is cooler, more oxygen. I'm even planning a trip after the Easter. I don't want to see anybody there after the Easter. It's me alone. And set up my camping tent. That is how you tap the chi, the energy to feed the cells. All the cells need is electrons being empowered by oxygen for combustion of energy. That's all. To release the heat within you. That is what we call electricity. So raw food has all these things. Either raw meat or raw vegetables and raw fruit. As a matter of fact, there's nothing like vegetable. Vegetable is a creation recently. that was created. In nature, there's no vegetable. It's either greens, wild greens, or fruit trees. That's it. There's nothing like cabbage and kale and cauliflower and all of them. Cucumber is a fruit. All of them are fruit. Tomato is a fruit. We just grouped them recently into what we call vegetables. They are all fruit. And when you eat them raw, because they contain atoms, molecules, and molecules are made up of atoms, and they have electrons, they help your electrical system. The same way, if you eat meat, you eat it raw, the same way. That's why the Ethiopians were able to win the war when they started eating the meat raw. It's a stimulant, but it is very dense. Let me break it down to you now for everybody to get it so that you know what to eat. I am not here to put you in a box because somebody is very tiny in nature, and what I can do, the person cannot do. Me, I have biohack. If I should tell you, I have been running since last night. When I say running, I have been detoxing serious fluids out of my system. I'm cleaning my waters since last night. But look at the energy. I am telling you, the amount of fluid that came is like a whole bucket because I keep on going and I keep on going. And anytime I go, it's like a kilogram, a whole lot. Let me use the word, a half gallon of fluid will come out of me anytime I will go. It is just this 5 to 6 a.m. I got to sleep small. But look at the energy. How many people can have what we call diarrhea and still have energy like this? I did this thing also for 11 days. And I walked 54 kilometers. I said it in my last video. How many people? The more that you are running, the more that your energy is high. How? When in the hospital, they will say you'll be dehydrated and you'll be weaker. But I'm rather getting hydrated. I come to change the narrative in the medical history. I come to change everything that they call nutrition and science, because I use my body as the laboratory, the perfect laboratory. Feed your atoms. Whether you want to eat meat, it is best to eat it raw. Find a clean meat, grass-fed, and to eat it raw. Raw organs. If you can stomach it. And you are not the only person who is doing that. Even Laila Africa, in his book, who used to be a vegan, who is passed away, wrote it in his book, Africa Holistic Science, that those who eat meat must eat it raw. And he even recommended what we call glandular therapy, by eating glands for glands. So if you have a kidney problem, you eat raw kidneys for your kidney problem. If you have a heart problem, you eat heart of any mammal. If you have thyroid, you eat thyroid of any mammal. It is called glandular therapy, homeopathy, like to like. That's why the Maasai, once they kill the goat, the internal organs, the organ meat, they share it raw. They give the kidneys to the children. It's like candy, to the women. Then they give them. They give the balls, the balls, the testicles and stuff. They give it to the elders. They give the brain. They know how to distribute it. That's it. You watch the Apocalypto. When they killed that big animal, what happened? They removed the balls and then they gave it to the brother who has no child, because he's the one who needs more sperm, and then they gave him the balls. That is glandular therapy. If you don't want to go that way, then you want to go to the plant kingdom or stick with the fish, which some people call pescatarian, then you must also do it well. And I'm not saying go and eat everything raw, but I'm telling you, anytime you eat anything cooked, mind you, you are going to print out something that is different. It will show on your face the next day that what you printed is not right. You printed wrong information. You've mixed up the inks. It's like going to the printer and mixing up the inks. Basa, basa, basa. You put black inside blue and this and that. You mix up the ink and you are expecting the printer to give you a correct, results. Your PDF that you're going to print, you look basa, 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 basa. Chaka, 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 chaka. You cannot even read. This is what is happening to our body. But you can always indulge as a master. When you master, when you have detoxes, you can indulge, once in a while and then cleanse yourself. Nobody is going to judge you because you become your own judge. You must have discipline. If you want to eat some grilled seafood, it's up to you. You enjoy. You want to cleanse the next day, it's up to you. If you don't cleanse and you keep the filth within your system, it is up to you. You're going to feel it. For whatsoever a man soweth, he shall reap. They tell you should sow a seed. Anytime you are eating, you are sowing a seed. And you will reap accordingly. Nobody's going to judge you. There is no God anywhere who is going to judge you. You judge yourself every day with what you consume. So do remember to print good quality, information within yourself. Higher vibes, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. This is the 4 element, major element. And then we have the minor element, but this is the 4 major element, the foundation of the pyramid. So do not destroy this element before you consume them. Your lungs need oxygen. One time I'll be showing you how to do the fire breath or the violet flame, how to see the violet flame, and all needs oxygen. If you don't have oxygen, there is not going to be combustion of energy for the goddess to rise, for you to see her face to face. That is what is written. And Jacob saw God face to face. It is your vertebra, because this will pass through your vertebra, your 33 degrees, and it will spark your brain, and then the oxygen will give out the flame, the violet flame, and you will see it in front of you. That is the highest vibratory color. That is your mother, the alkaline. Give thanks and praises unto the Most High. Bless and sanctify. Do remember that. My name is Kongo Watu, and I am the energetic man. I am the electrical being. I am the man who has come yesterday, come today, come, and is going to come and come and come. I live to make sure to witness the rise of my people, to make sure to see people functioning like gods and not worshiping gods. I am here to make sure that people become angels and not worshiping angels. People to know themselves that they are the very saviors that they are waiting for. That it is not any political party, it is not any football team, it is nobody that's going to make them rich. You can become your own rich person. Become rich, enrich yourself, enlighten yourself, and know yourself. And don't be deceived by magic tricks. Don't be deceived by attires and dressings of some so-called people who are putting all kinds of bees and plenty bees, and you see them with all these plenty necklaces and bees and powder here and powder here and all kinds of decorations, and you see and you think that, wow, this guy, yeah, Nana, hey, this Nana is powerful, hey, this. Do not be deceived by that. Don't be deceived. All of us can go to the market and go and buy those bees. I can buy over 200 bees and put on my neck and walk in the community. It is no use. What is useful is the information. It is the vibration that I'm sending every day to you. That is the most important thing. And unto this day, I say catch it and receive this information and this vibration. Be a good antenna and catch the frequency. Feel the heat. Feel the heat in your palm. That is God. Feel the heat in your palm. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Touch it to your face and see how hot it is. That is God. That is electricity. Give thanks and praises. Most High. Bless. One love.